Subscribe to Cooking and Travel by Dr. Papure Borua and press on the bell icon for all notifications. Good morning, everybody. It's an Assamese alkaline curry or khar as we call it. Very famous, and therefore I just wanted to share it with you. It is known as dhunduli in Assamese and snake guad in English. So let's start cooking.
Before I actually go into cutting the snake gourd, I have soaked here masoor dal or red lentil around 2 big tablespoons, and for 20 minutes it will be soaking so that I can use it in my alkaline curry. I have chopped the snake gourd this way and remove the internal part or the part containing the seeds, because we don't want them sticking onto our mouth when we eat them. So now here we have around 1.5 long snake gourds cut into small pieces there. Apart from that, we'll also need some other ingredients. Like here I have 1 dry red chili there, two bay leaves there, just a small inch of ginger crushed, and say 1 small teaspoon of this is panchforan or the Indian 5 spices. You can replace it with only fenugreek seeds there. I'll also be using here mustard oil and say 2 medium sized onions chopped small, some ginger garlic paste, and some cloves of garlic proper, and separately 1 green chili. All of these will now go into making this wonderfully delicately delicious Assamese dish there. We take a pressure cooker, and now I'm going to put all of these in here along with the dal or the masoor dal red lentil, and it will go for pressure around say 10 whistles there. I need the entire thing very crushed and mushy. Alright, so this is the dal that's going in. Alright, now this is a very simple curry and it requires a very less amount of oil for cooking, and really yummy, good for your stomach, good for gastritis problems if you have them. Okay, so the next thing, this is the next thing that goes in there. All right, and also the crushed garlic, ginger. This also will go in there, and I'll give some enough water so that I can really cook it for say around 10 whistles. So here I think that's enough, right? And some salt there. So I'm giving the salt according to your taste given, and some say around a small teaspoon of mustard oil. So now this will be going into the pressure cooker, and this will get cooked for 10 whistles minimum, and if necessary we can also take in for say around another 2 more whistles, so 10 or 12 whistles. Around 12 or 15 whistles, this is how it looks there. I just gave it a nice whisk here with my hand, this particular, with my spatula, and now it's ready. So I have already heated up a pan. Here it's a cast iron karai. You can choose any karai of your choice there, and now I'm just going to break in this is the red chili, spitted red chili there, bay leaf there, the panchforan or 5 spices there, and the I'm also giving in 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste there. Now again, as I always repeat with all the alkaline dishes in Assam, or khar as we call it, we never use turmeric, because turmeric reacts with the khar or the soda bicarb that I use actually. You can use soda bicarb, you can use traditional khar, whatever. That will give it a reddish color to my curry, which I don't like. So I will just, only this much caramelization is fine, and I will now drop in all the contents from the pressure cooker. And this way we'll just mix it up, and on high heat let it be there, and reduce in the water content, let the water dry up, and then we're going to put in the khar. I'd like to show you 2 types of khar here, or alkaline mixture there. The first one, the normal that we use, is the baking soda or soda bicarb, and this is forever present in everybody's house. We can use it anytime. So normally I use this for my curry, but apart from that, the liquid liquid mixture that I'm showing you, this one is made from this is known as kolakar, and this is made from the outer covering or the peel of the banana, a special type of banana called the bhim kol, and which is dried, and it's a long process which is normally carried out in the villages of Assam. And if you can get hold of a bottle like this, normally available in the khadi bhandars and all those, and it's real good. You can just use say 2.5 teaspoons or 2 to 2.5 teaspoons in your mixture, in your curry, and you have that wonderful curry which is very, very typical of Assam and which is called khar. Now this is almost dried up, and now I'm going to put in the kol khar, as we call it. Yeah, so this is around 2 teaspoons that I'm using here, and then see how it's changing the color because I have used the alkaline mixture there. And we'll just try and cook for around 2 or 3 more minutes. At this moment you can also drop in 1 chili just to increase the spice there, and you decide whether it's 2 teaspoons or 2.5 teaspoons that you'd want the alkaline or the khar that I had put in. Okay, for the people who do not have the khar in their place, you can use soda bicarb, and the normal way of doing it is that you throw it around all around the curry, the soda bicarb, and once you have froth coming up, you know that the khar or the soda bicarb is perfect for your dish. And so you let it dry for some more time, and then on high heat, stirring in between, and your khar will be ready. So that's my khar for you, and of course the dash of the raw mustard oil will do it will work its wonders, and then we have our khar ready. So I hope you like this recipe of mine. Do give it a like and a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.